a master in as little as 12 weeks. In this video, I'm going to talk to you and teach you about how to master anything in as little as 12 weeks. So there's a difference between people that master things and people that jumps in a new category and never figure it out. There's a difference between people that start things and never finish. There's also a difference between somebody that's really good at something and once they do it, they master it versus just being really good at something. Now, what separates those people is this one thing. It's just simply mastery. And those people, those are the type of winners that make a decision that they don't start things that they don't complete, and they don't complete things. They only complete things they can start. So I was actually trying to find how to have a higher level of discipline in my life. And, I have a background of being an athletic athlete for a while, and always playing basketball at high levels, stuff like that. So I always had this high level mindset, and I wanted to do things at a high level, and always at the highest level. But I wasn't naturally skilled, but I had a really extreme work ethic. I just felt like if I outworked everybody, then I would create my opportunities. Have you ever felt like that? Like you might not have the greatest skill on the team. You might not be the best player. You might not be the best salesperson, but you're willing to outwork anybody. Well, that's what this video was for. So when I say I was working on a skill set, I was trying to work on becoming a more disciplined individual. I wanted to understand, like, how can I get the highest level of discipline, like the pros, right? So when I was playing basketball, I played a season of semi-pro basketball when I was younger, and I felt like I had the talent to go higher. Maybe not. I don't know. I always felt like that, but I didn't make it, to that level. But I had work ethic and I had some skill. Well, I got hurt. I got a pinched nerve. I got a pinched nerve in the back of my neck, and then it kind of like really messed up. I was out of shape for a little while, and when I had that pinched nerve, I wasn't working out. I gained a lot of weight. I was in horrible pain, and I finally got it fixed after going to therapy for 3 days a week, and had me taking painkillers and muscle relaxers. And I was never been a person that like I was never a pill popper, never like a person that does any aspirin or drugs or anything of that nature. So by the doctors prescribing that for me, it's already had me like going against my values, right? So I finally found a chiropractor that had the opportunity to fix me up, and he fixed me all up. And once I got fixed up, I was able to get back to working out. But I was actually kind of scared to work out hard like I was before, because I was actually doing CrossFit and I was lifting a little bit heavy, and and that's how I kind of tweaked my pinched nerve in my neck. So I was kind of scared to kind of go back to that. So I was looking for something else that I could still have a high level of work ethic, that I wouldn't necessarily compromise my getting hurt. And I was running my multiple six-figure business, my barbershop, while also being a father and a husband. So I had a lot going on. I had a lot at risk. So somebody was telling me, they had suggested that if you're looking for something that can give you at a high level of discipline, why don't you try bodybuilding? Now, mind you, I'm a basketball player. I never really been into lifting weights. Bodybuilding definitely wasn't my thing. So, and he's just mentioned, he's like, well, it's the same discipline to build $1 million business, to build $1 million body, and bodybuilding is the way. So I took the challenge. But I knew nothing about bodybuilding, nothing about lifting weights. But I had a friend, he did it before. He had won a couple of bodybuilding competitions, and so he's been there before, and he decided to do it with me. We did it together, and I just followed his blueprint. So here's the thing, and I'm already telling you the point. The point is, when you want to do something different in a new arena, don't try to figure it out by yourself. Find somebody that's already done it. Find somebody that's already successful that you want to have, and follow their blueprint and do exactly what they say. Um, Even if you don't believe in the way, believe in their way until your belief kick in. And this is what I did. I just believed everything he was saying because he had did it before. So all of the things he had me shift was a big mental shift first. And we had to eat 6 meals a day. I went from 3 meals a day to 6 meals a day, no fast food, drinking a gallon of water, which was extremely hard. What else were we doing? We were working out twice a day, and we actually worked together too. So, we'll go to the gym at 4 or 5 in the morning, work out, then go to work a full day at my business. Then afterwards, we'll go back to the gym and finish our second workout. So it was really strenuous days for 12 weeks. Well, the competition was in 12 to 16 weeks. Well, over that time frame, like it was a real shift. Everything was hard. Every day I was full. I didn't feel like getting all those meals in. Every excuse popped up. Every enemy, delay, doubt, and distractions. I experienced every one of those enemies every single day. And every single day was a fight to try to win against those enemies, to try to beat the version of myself yesterday, and not be distracted by all of the things, the fast food, all of these things, the people coming in with selling food in the barbershop. So it was really a mental shift. So, but have you ever experienced something like when you're trying to do something different, you have a goal, all of these things start popping up to you, and it looks like opportunity, but really they're distractions. They're distractions from what you set out to do. And because of that, I think what it's really asking you is to say, hey, look, are you going to be able to stay in this game long enough to become the person that should deserve this thing? And because I'm gonna throw all these things at you, see if you're strong enough mentally. And that's what that is. But what I discovered on this journey is and I really wasn't seeing a lot of results quickly, but over the course of 12 to 16 weeks, about 12 weeks, we actually had a show, and I got on the stage for the first time, and I took second place. Now what's interesting about that is that every day I showed up at the gym, working out and just following a system that somebody else already had. I had the opportunity to beat all of those other people that has been training for years, that go to the gym just as much as me. And here's the interesting thing. I was only in the gym 45 minutes to an hour each time. So I wasn't in there like 4 or 5 hours a day. When other people are there all day long, but they got bad habits, they got bad eating habits, they got all these things that's being counterintuitive to their goals. But when you stick to a plan and a goal and a blueprint, you can always win, and you can have a quantum leap in front of your competition. And that's what I want to tell you today. What if all your goals, all your aspirations to change your life was only 12 weeks away? Would you stay committed? Could you stay committed? That's what I want you to think about. So, but this is the interesting thing. They don't want you to win. They don't want you to be that version. They, as the enemy, that's the distraction, your peers, your friends. Why? Because they want you to go out. They want you to have fun. They want you to be the person you was yesterday, because that's who they met. They met that person. They don't want you to win. But this is what I've learned. When I was working out like that, they teased me, my friends, my peers. They talked about me. They said I was weak. I was too skinny. I was too thin. But then all of a sudden, they start asking me, well, how did you do it? How did you change your body like that? I went from fat boy to fit boy in a little as 12 weeks. How did you do it? But here's the loop that separates the masters from the amateurs. Amateurs, they work while they play. The masters, they work until they don't get it right. until they don't get it wrong. And that's the difference between the two. It's a mindset shift. But here's what I learned. There's a circle of incompetence that sticks. And that circle of incompetence is like this. This is why most people never can master anything. They'll start on something in one category and they'll start to be good at something. And a lot of times they just have natural talent in an area and they automatically just become good at it. And then once they get good, they quit. But what they don't realize is when they jump to another industry or another thing, they'll do it long enough to get good. Again, they do another thing and they get good at it and then they quit. And then jump to another industry and they do it until they get good and they quit. So the interesting thing about that is the circle of incompetence. They don't have the mindset to do it until they master a thing. And that's the difference. And they just keep jumping from industry to industry, from thing to thing, go to incompetence. Don't be that person. So you might feel stuck. You might feel challenged. If you're watching this video, if this comes across your thread, it's because you may or may already be having the mindset of a master. Or maybe you're the person that's trying to develop it and you just don't know how. Continue to follow me and continue to show up. That's going to continue to show you principles, strategies, and action steps on how to master your craft, master your mind, your body, and your bank account. So until the meantime, in between time, peace and love. And drop in the comments, what are you mastering right now? What do you want to take a quantum leap for with the next 12 weeks? Your mind, body, your business, or your bank account. Peace and love.